Take two. Oh my God. All right. I recorded this video. It was like a 26-minute video. Downloading all the cameras down to my computer. No sound. So hopefully there's not a take three. Hopefully there's a take through. I literally got 3 cameras right there going at it right now. And maybe one of them will pick up the audio. I'm waiting for my microphone. It hasn't arrived yet. Microphone is supposed to go on the 1 main camera, so we'll see how that works. I'm still learning this. Hey, thanks for joining in to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that. That would be great. All right, so let's get on with it. Should gratuity be automatically included in your restaurant bill? And it's just something I was thinking about. We went to a restaurant, my wife and I, and it was a really nice restaurant, and the gratuity was already included in the bill. And I actually liked that. I thought that was great. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't have to do any math. I mean, the math is simple. You know, say your bill is $100. Obviously, that's an easy one. Say it's $75. Well, how I go 10%. That's $7.50, and double it. That'd be a $15 tip for 20%. So that would be a $90 bill. So with the tip included. But usually I probably would have given them $100. Yeah. So let's listen. Let's read about this. This is from, according to the U.S. Department of Labor, and it's kind of like with bank rate. It starts out with how much to tip at restaurants, and this is how it goes. The size of a restaurant's gratuity depends on how well you're served, including whether your order is correct or whether your server checks on you after you receive your food. Even if service is poor, it's recommended you leave at least 10%. Check your tab carefully because some places add a gratuity to the bill. You may or may not want to supplement that. And now I want to get on to service. For those servers out there that are busting your butt and depending on us customers, patrons, to tip you well, it's a two-way street. You know, you're going to get a tip from me no matter what. Worst case scenario, if you are just so bad, I don't know what's going on with your personal self, your life. Maybe something's happening. I don't know. So with that being said, this is why I think all restaurants should take this route and just add the gratuity automatically. I know there are restaurants they do add, I've seen on bills where it says service fee, and you have to double check what that actually is. That is not always a tip for the server. That could go for the dishwasher, for the line cooks, you know, for the chefs, the bartender, depending on the kind of establishment you go out to eat to. So just double check with that when your server comes out with a bill and you see a service fee. I would double check and ask them, what is that for? Is that their tip or is that for something else? Just something to check on, you know, because a lot of people may think that is a tip and it may not be a tip. Just, hey, a tip. A tip of advice. So 10% of the server, you know, the poor service. I think we all have received poor service from a server, and you know, we don't know what's going on with their life. But if you don't let the manager know what's going on, a lot of times you let the manager know that, you know, you weren't really happy with the service. If it's this very well established restaurant where they have, you know, where they're a highly recommended or 4+ star out of 5 restaurant, 9 out of 10 times, you know, the manager will take some money off the bill. Not that you're going there to get money off, take it off the bill, but it doesn't hurt to find out what's going on, and even let the manager know that something's up with your server. Hopefully that never happens to you, but if it does, it doesn't hurt to kind of just find out why your experience was not up to par as you hope to be. Say you were a first timer to a restaurant and you had poor service. Chances are, would you go back? You'd probably say no, but if you find out, what's going on in that server's life, maybe there was a breakup or a loss of a family member. Maybe their car just broke down, or their plumbing, something happened to the plumbing, the heater, who knows? But take that as a grain of salt sometimes. Maybe ask before you make a assumption what's going on, or even rating that the restaurant's a bad restaurant to eat at. So as far as like if you're, I think it's really important, like when servers, like for me, I love when there's an awesome server. They're gonna get 30% tip out of me, easy all day, 30% easy. I mean, unless my bill is $560, and then I'm tipping 20%. A lot of times the gratuity is already included, and then you're already, you have $100 tip, $120 tip. Well, then I typically don't tip any, on top of that. That server's going to do pretty good. Even though those tips are dispersed amongst different entities of the restaurant, like I said, the dishwasher, the line cooks, the chefs, the bartender, bar backs. Depending on how the restaurant's set up, when you walk into a restaurant, you see a bartender there. And I've been in restaurants where the bar is dead. There's no one there. It's like, how does this guy make a living? Well, it's possible that he's getting some of those tips from the actual servers, so they're not, standing there for nothing. Plus they get their minimum, and it's not a lot. So yeah, I expect a server to, get my water right away, and you go, especially go to a Mexican restaurant, man, I tell you, you get your salsa chips and you get your water right away, and boom, 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 you're talking, you're eating. There's a restaurant out here, and man, they're fast, super fast, and the food it comes out real fast. They come out, get your order. They probably give you 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops after you're there, but they're ready to take your order and get it in to get you out. I think they just want to rotate, but the food is excellent, the service is excellent. It's a fast-paced type restaurant, but it's worth it. I think the service is great. And then it has on here, says additional tip. Some restaurants include a menu item such as beers for the kitchen, where you can add several extra dollars to your bill to tip the cooks and dishwashers behind the scenes. That's basically what I was just talking about. As far as, let's see, for those who are in the service industry, leave a comment below. Let me know, like, what's your worst tip, what's your best tip, worst customer, best customer. I mean, I like to hear what your personal experience is. I watched another guy, another YouTuber. He was basically like a bartender, and bartenders, they can make some bank if they're at the right place. And same with servers. If you're at the right restaurant, you can make some serious cash, no doubt about it. But in today's economy, you got to hustle. You have to hustle, to make that money. Get in the right restaurant, and to make that money. Yeah, so don't be afraid to work hard when you're there, because you may come across that right tipper, like a guy like me, and if I see that things are kind of going slow, I've tipped people $100, at a breakfast. At the breakfast only cost me $20, and I'm not patting myself on the shoulder, but I'm just moving it forward. And I remember hearing in the background when she was talking to one of her coworkers, and it's a small restaurant out here where I'm at, and she's like, "Oh my God, I could, pay my electric bill or something." She was able to pay one of her utility bills, and that made that just made it all worthwhile. Even better that this waitress, it was a great reward for her. And she was a great waitress. She served, and she was awesome. No I didn't have anything bad to say. I was very pleased as a customer. But yeah, like I said, we gotta take care of our servers out there. And I know the pandemic scared a lot of people to get out of that industry because they had called it it's non-essential. It's any job is essential to that per individual themselves. I know going out to eat, going out to dinner, and it is a luxury for people. It is not a have to. You can make all your meals at home, but bottom line is, I think if certain thing changes with adding the gratuity automatically with restaurants to the bill, I think that would help out servers a lot more. And then they have parts on the bill where it says additional tip. So if the server was exceptional, and you wanted to give them an extra $5-10, whatever you felt they should have been a little bit better of a tip than the 18%, you're still able to do so. I like doing cash. I'm 100% cash guy when I go to restaurants because I want to pay my bill, give them cash, and they get their tip right now. And that's just how I like to do it. And or if I pay with my credit card, I may not even put a tip on the credit card. What I'll do is I'll give them the tip in cash. So I've done that, several times. But I try to do cash 100%. Here's how much to tip at bars. Common expectations when ordering drinks at a bar, or the tip $1 per drink like a beer or wine, and $2 per cocktail, which takes more work to make. And I never even thought about that when I used to go to the bars. And in my younger years, I'm 55 now. I don't go out. We don't drink. But I do remember tipping very well. No matter what, I always tipped. Buy a beer, here's a buck. Buy a beer, here's a buck. It was like, holy shit, that's expensive after 20 beers. And then you're crawling out of that bar. Those were the days. And then it has, it says if you'll be ordering multiple drinks over the course of a night, tipping $5 on the initial drink, and then $1 for each drink after, can be a show of goodwill to the bartender. So I've done that to get the recognition, because there's back in the day when I lived in the Chicagoland area, going to Chicago bars, you're in line, and I would, if you're getting 2 or 3 drinks, for you and your buddies, typically just some beers, and say the bill's, I don't know, $15. I would give a guy just a 20. I'd tip him an extra $5. That's going back in the 90s. And so when I came back to the bar, he'd be right there. I'd actually just do $20. I get $5 every single time. I went to different times going with certain other acquaintances, going to high-end clubs. I mean, you're paying $15-20 for one drink. And there'll be a group of 4 of us, and you're dropping $100 for one round. And those nights get expensive. But hey, that's I'm just want to get back. I hope you like what I got going on here. I'm trying to do something different, additional to like doing little projects. I have some projects I still want to do around my property this year. But stay tuned for future subjects I want to talk about. It's just my personal opinion, and thanks for watching the Crippled Handyman. This is my first Tech League Talk Show episode. And don't forget to hit that like button. It'll help. And thanks for the new followers that are following my channel. And I'm waiting for my microphone. I know it might be a little echoey. It's not I'm learning how to do all this stuff. This is very hard. I've been doing this for over a year, and I don't have a huge following. But I want to get to over 1,000 followers this year. That would be great. That's my goal. If I can get to 1,000 followers this year, and you like my content, I'm going to try to put out some great content that we could all kind of relate to in the world. That would be great. I want to talk about construction stuff in the future, but as of now, this is about, hey, how much do you tip your, should gratuity be automatic from the restaurants on the receipts? I vote yes, to help out the servers. They work their butt off, and don't put the servers that are kind of having a bad day, and you may not get as good service. Don't don't put everyone in that category, you know, because everyone isn't like that. I've had more better servers than I had bad. So other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, folks.